think it's about time we did something crazy on the RambleCraft server. We have done a few things. We've got this starter house, this crazy iron farm, an equally crazy sugarcane farm, automated quite a few things, insanely long nether tunnel that didn't need to be this big, a few shops. We've got a villager trading hall and automated storage. We've built an underground mega base out of iron blocks. And last time we built this dock. But today, I want to do something really crazy. We have had this slime farm for quite a while and it has served us very well. But today, I want to make it look good. So the plan is to turn this into a slime pit. So it looks like it's leaking all over the island and mutating all of the vegetation. But before we get on with the really crazy stuff, we need to plan out what this hill/mountain is going to look like. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to cover up the top of this smooth stone with a bit of stone just to give us a nice border. We are going to be using stone to build the foundation for this mountain, but it's not actually going to look like stone once we're finished. So even though we've got all this stone, and all these shulker boxes are full of stone as well, I've got a little bit of cobble I think somewhere, yeah. But none of this is going to be seen, because what I actually want to do is cover the whole thing with grey concrete. Yeah, that's right, I said grey concrete over the whole thing. I know. But we are a little way off doing that yet. So I'm going to take this all around, and this is just to cover up the smoother stone. But then from the next layer up, we're actually going to take it out a bit and start adding some shape. So we want this kind of circular, but it's going to be very, very rough. We're trying to make it look organic, but also like quite violent as well, like it's a volcano basically. So it's not going to form in a perfect circle, is it? So we're just going to have things going off in crazy directions, and we're going to have like rivers of slime coming out of it in all random directions, and those are the points that are going to be really interesting. Anyway, I am getting ahead of myself as always. So right, that's the first bit. That was nice and easy. And then from here, we need to go up about 9 blocks, because the plan is, starting at this level, I want to have the layers of glass for the fog effects. And if you haven't seen that before, I have done it a few times, but you may not have seen those videos. So what that is basically is if you have layers of glass, either with air gaps between them or different colours of glass, then you get this like fog effect where you can't actually see through it, and it looks really, really cool. So that is what I'm going to do here with lime stained glass, and then we're going to have light grey glass in between, and I think I need 4 layers of each. So this wall I'm doing here needs to go up round about 8 or 9 blocks, maybe a little bit more, and it should look really, really good. So we're going to build this up now, and I think rather than go all the way around, I'm going to try and figure out the shape on one of these sides. So let's do that together. So we're going to go up fairly steep, but I do want it to come out a little bit in certain places as well. So let's do a steep one first. So let's go like 3, what's that? That's 4 there, and they'll come back 1 and then go straight into another 4. Was that 4 or 5? I don't know. I'm not even counting this. I think that's 5. So we're about 9 there, and then what we can do at that point is level it off a little bit, and then we're going to come down at a much shallower angle on the other side. So let's go 4, because I may do a little bit more on. Let's go 5. I may do a bit more on top, and I'm going to do 3 star, mate. And I definitely don't have scaffolding on me because I have no room. Yep, that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. So we'll go, yeah, I can shape that a bit when I get up there, but let's come down, maybe take it like step of 2 or 3 each time. Now I do want to leave a little bit of space on this side, because I do want to have some like farms and things over here, but let's see how that's looking. Let's take this guys and see how that looks. Yeah, I think that looks like fairly volcano shaped to me. So I know I'm going to stop calling this a mountain as well, because it's not that big. It's not going to be that big. It's going to come up fairly steep on this side and then come down nice and shallow on that side. So that is the plan basically. That is what I need to get done all the way around. And then once I've got the rough shape done, we can start adding on the crazy stuff on top. So we'll have the glass on the inside and then the concrete powder covering this. And then we're going to have like rivers of slime and all kinds of mad stuff. But first, I've got a lot of stone to place, so I'm going to jump into the first time lapse of the episode and get some building done. Okay, so that is the first step done, and that is looking pretty good to me. I think we have a fairly decent shape. We've got, it goes up fairly steep, but then we have a few bits like this where it's a little bit more shallow. What that is going to do is really exaggerate this fog, because if you have it the same thickness everywhere, it doesn't really look as dramatic. So when you see it slowly creeping up and you have certain parts of it that are slightly more shallow, it really exaggerates the effect in the middle. So that's why I like to do that, like with these little slopes and it going out a little bit, so you have different thicknesses. And then down at this side, we have two openings. So one in this corner that goes down to this cave that was actually already here. So I thought, as an extra little thing, I just thought this while I was doing it, is if we have another little slime pit here. And what we're going to do is have like a river coming out, and it'll just be slime, and maybe some like lime concrete and a few other things mixed in. And then we'll have the same glass effect over here. And I think what I'm going to do first is actually do this one, because that will be a good test. And if this looks good, it should look good in the big one as well. And if this doesn't, well, then I need a new plan, don't I? And then over this side, we have another opening, and this one is much bigger. Well, it's much deeper anyway. It's actually slightly narrow, and I think I do actually want to expand this a bit, but it comes out at a much lower point, and I think the glass is actually going to go above this. So what that will allow us to do is have it look like there's a lot coming through here, and what this is going to be is a river. So at some point, I'm going to have to transition it from slime into water, and then we're going to have a much more natural looking environment coming down here. So we'll have a river going through this bit into a big pond. I don't know where the water level is going to be, but it's going to be around here somewhere. And then we're going to carve this out and have the river going down to the sea at this side. When you have a river flowing like this, and when it turns, it would normally go the shortest distance if there's nothing stopping it to the ocean over here. But because I don't want it to go that way, I'm going to have to build another stone hill type thing over here to deflect its path around this way. So I know it's Minecraft, it doesn't have to be completely realistic, but little things like that I really enjoy doing, and it adds so much for me, so I'm definitely going to do that. Right, I think now we need to check on a few resources, because this is going to be very intense resource wise. I'm going to need a lot of grey concrete, and I'm going to need a lot of glass as well. So let's go figure out what we've got. Okay, I've been up to my starter house and raided the storage area in there, and this is what I managed to get from that. So we've got a little bit of gravel and a bit more sand. I had way more sand than I thought I did, and then I grabbed all the ink I could find as well. So we've got a fair bit of grey dye. We should be able to get quite a lot of this. Now I'm down in my bulk storage area, and I want to check on the resources I've got. So sand, that's not too bad. Definitely going to need some more, but that's not bad. And the gravel, that's pretty terrible, to be honest. So I'm definitely going to need to go get some more gravel. I brought all those shulker boxes that I've been using for the stone, and a few others that I found lying around as well, and I've emptied them all out. So now this is what I've got. So what we've got there, that's 12 shulker boxes. So can definitely get some stuff done there. And I've also taken the time to fill up one shulker box with slime blocks, because we're going to be using these for decoration. And then we've got a little bit of glass as well. And this is the next thing I need to figure out, because obviously there's a few ways of getting glass. One is cooking sand, but because I need so much sand anyway, I don't want to be doubling up the work that I need to do. So I have another plan, and that is to buy it off my librarian. So I'm just going to stick a couple of shulker boxes up here, and I have already been doing a bit of trading, and this is what I found in my storage area. So I've got some emeralds on me, and he doesn't sell glass. Not a great example. Right, so I've got this one, and obviously I want to get the XP from this, so I'll put my pickaxe in my hand, and then we're just going to buy a ton of glass. So I'm going to keep doing this periodically, because you can't buy absolutely loads in one go. But I have quite a few of them that sell glass. I've got all these over here, and I think most of these do. So we're just going to keep buying as much glass as we can, and hopefully this should get us there. And I haven't worked out yet how much I need, so I should probably do that fairly soon. And my main source of emeralds at the minute, definitely iron. Doing really well out of this. I'm trying not to sell any stone. That is normally the one that I do the most of, but as you've seen, I've been using a lot of stone, so don't want to do that at the minute. Just selling the iron, and I'm getting quite a bit. So I think now I'm going to go work out how much glass I'm actually going to need, because this is quite a slow process, so I definitely need to know what my target is. Okay, so I've done a few rough calculations, and it is quite a lot. So what we've got here, this hole is 26 by 26. So for one layer, that is 676 pieces of glass. And in terms of stacks, that works out about 10.5 stacks per layer. And then as we need 8 layers, that becomes 84 stacks. So in terms of shulker boxes, that is just over 3 shulker boxes of glass we need. And that is if we started at this and went straight up. But as we've already said, it actually comes out quite a lot further up. So what I've decided to do, to change the numbers a little bit, I've done it as a 30 by 30, and that gives us slightly over 4 shulker boxes. So yeah, we've got a lot to do, and it will probably be more than that actually, because I've got the other little section down there, and then this bit goes back quite far. So it's probably going to be even more than 30 by 30, but we'll go with that for now. We'll try and get 4, maybe 5 shulker boxes, and that is definitely going to take some time. But before we get on with that, I think I want to sort out the concrete. So I'm going to need to go mining for gravel and sand. I found a gravel biome, and I just kept going until my shovel was almost gone. And then loaded up a few shulker boxes, and then after that, it was off to the desert. Just kept going until my shovel was in a desperate need of repair, and then back to the base and trading glass again to repair it. Okay, so this is what we managed to get after that little mining trip. So this is what we already had, and I've grabbed a few more dyes so we can craft up everything that we're going to need. We also have 3 full shulker boxes of gravel and a little bit more, and then sand. We've got 1, 2, 3 and a bit. So roughly the same amount, obviously, because I just went until my shovel was nearly gone, and then we've got our slime blocks in there as well. And I really don't know if this is enough concrete. It's going to be very difficult to work out how much I actually need, so I'm just going to go with this for now, and if we need some more, we'll get some more. So the only remaining thing is the glass. And I did say earlier I was using the iron to get the emeralds, but you know what, I've got this crazy sugarcane farm, so I've mainly been going with the paper. And this has got me quite a few emeralds and allowed me to buy quite a lot of glass. So this is what I've been doing to repair my tools and also to get the glass. So I'm going to carry on doing this because I've still got a way to go. I filled up 2 whole shulker boxes and I'm well on the way with the 3rd. So I do need at least 4, probably more like 5. So I'm going to get as much as I can, hopefully fill up all 5 of these. And then we'll get on with doing some more building. Okay, so after a massive amount of time, we've done it. We've managed to get 5 shulker boxes full of glass. Right, so that should definitely do us for the glass. So now, I'm going to gather these up. I'm going to go get the rest of the materials that we need. Okay, so while I was waiting for the glass, one of the things I did was gather up the dyes that I'm going to need for the glass. So we're going to need light grey and the lime. It's roughly 7 stacks that I need. So I've got 8 stacks of lime and just over 7 stacks of the light grey. So may need a little bit more of that, but that should definitely do quite a lot of it anyway. I also crafted up the grey concrete powder, so we've got 1 full shulker box and a fair amount in another one as well. But I actually want to get all of this gravel and sand converted into grey concrete, because 1 and a bit shulker boxes is definitely not going to do me. So I need to go get some more black dye, because I'm completely out. These are all the dyes I have. I've got plenty of the white and the stuff I need for the glass, but I need to go get some more black to make into the grey. And then the other thing we've got is a bit of blackstone, because this is what I want to use as a transition between the slime and the grey concrete. So I've got a little bit of that, and it's not a lot at all, but we'll give it a go and we'll see what happens. So now I just want to sort out the rest of the grey concrete. So I'm going to get over to the shopping district, because I think I know a man who can help. Okay, we're over at the shopping district. Chase the stuff and things. This is going to be my saviour. Definitely. Come on, don't let me down. 2 stacks. I can go 2 stacks. That'll do for me. Diamond 32. That is a bargain. I'll take that. Thanks, Chester. You're a lifesaver. Okay, back here again. And I've done a little bit more crafting. And we now have 2 full boxes of the grey concrete powder. And then almost another 1 full. And I've also added 2 stacks of the lime concrete powder, because I thought that could be quite interesting to mix in with the slime blocks. And then after that, I've also crafted up a full shulker box of lime stained glass and another full one of light grey stained glass. So we'll grab both of those and then we can go give this thing a test. And then we need to grab this, this, and this. Yeah, we'll take that as well. No, not that. And the slime. Right, that should do us. So shove that in there. And now it's finally time to do a little bit of building, so let's get up there. Okay, so as we said earlier, we're just going to start with this small section at the side of the main slime pit. This is going to be like a little overflow one. So I wanted to just test it on here, make sure everything's okay. So I've just tidied up this cave a little bit. This was a natural cave, but I've just blocked it off. And then all we need to do really is put a few light sources at the bottom. I'm going to sort these torches out because I've got some glowstone on me. And this really makes the effect so much better. So just a few at the sides. We're probably not going to see all of this. Just a few dotted around here and there is all you need. And then once we've got all the glass in, You're not actually going to see these light sources at all. It's just to give a really nice glow effect from underneath. I think we should just get started. Actually, that might be a little bit high. Let's figure out where this is going. So I think this is probably should be the highest point, this one here. So if we go, we'll do 8 layers like we're doing in the main one, just so we'll get the same effect. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's going to be right to the bottom, isn't it? Alright, we may need to do a little bit of building up at the bottom, at the side. So let's get rid of that. I'll have that down there like that. Yeah, and then we'll put the bottom layer of the grey glass at this level here. Alright, okay, nice already. And then we'll go the green glass, sorry, the lime glass on top of that. And then I'm just going to do a strip across the middle now, just to make sure that this is going to work, alright? So we'll go just alternating these up. So I've got light grey, and then the lime. Okay, so it's night time now, and that's actually quite good, because I wanted to see what this looks like at night. And we've got this really nice glow coming from here. And if we look really, really closely, we can see the glowstone just about. But that is absolutely fine. You're not ever really going to be that close to see it, but I think this is going to be a really cool effect once we get all this in. Now, it does come up slightly above where I'd originally built this, but if we remember, this isn't actually the level where it's going to be. We're going to have grey concrete going absolutely everywhere. So this is going to cover the whole thing. So that will raise all of this by 1 block. But if we need to, we can build it up a little bit. And I'm going to have some like black stone in between as well, just to have that transition. I'm probably going to do some slabs here as well. I think that could look really good. Anyway, I'll get this one finished off just so we can have a look at the finished effect. Okay, so one more quick look of what we've got going on at night time, and I think this is starting to come together now. This is definitely looking exactly like I wanted it to. So we've got the grey concrete above the stone, that's raising the level up a little bit, and then what I'm trying to go for here is making it look like the slime is flowing out of this one. Now, it really doesn't at the minute because there's nothing there at the moment, but once we've got this glass effect in there, this I think is going to look really cool. And then we're going to have a couple more rivers. We're going to have one coming out this way, and this is going to be the biggest one. And then there's going to be one at the back, I think. It may just pull up there, and I'm thinking, because it's... Actually, let's go have a look. There's actually quite a steep cliff at the other side of here, so I'm thinking I just break through the wall and have like some look like it's breaking through the cliff face. I thought that looked pretty good. But for now, I think this one is looking pretty good. Now, I think that pull, it needs some more slime in it. Because at the moment, the slime just ends there, so I'll definitely do that. As far as changing anything else, I think this looks alright. I like the grey... Actually, let's have a little sleep, because this is getting a bit dangerous now. Right, that's a little bit safer now. Okay, so this black stone around the edge as well. My thinking behind this is, it's supposed to look like the slime is, like, corroding and changing things. As it touches this grey concrete powder, it's transforming it into something else, and this is, like, the start of the process of all the craziness that we're going to have in the future. It's time to get into a time lapse and get the rest of this thing built. Okay, and there we have it. That is all done. And My first thoughts looking at this is that it looks very, very unnatural, and that is exactly what I'm looking for. Because I want this to look completely unnatural over here. I want it to look really weird and unworldly. It's just going to be something that really stands out, and then from this, it's going to change the landscape around it as well. So I'm really, really happy with how this has turned out. I love this fog effect. I love the slime rivers coming down here. And then this one is going to transition into a normal river. So what I've decided to do is actually pull it up here. And I'm going to build like a stone and gravel coarse dirt kind of riverbed. Pretty standard thing to do with your Minecraft terraforming. And then punch some holes in here and have the water flowing through. And then, but then we'll still transition it, have some slime like coming over the edge and maybe a little bit of water on this side. We'll figure all that out. But for now, I think this is going to have to do with me. This, as you can imagine, has been quite a massive amount of work, and we still have a lot more to do, but I think this has definitely been a really good start. And as always, if you have enjoyed this episode, please do remember to leave a like, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.